Most content creators are sitting on the most valuable piece of content they'll ever create, and they don't even know it. Creators find themselves busy chasing algorithms, optimizing thumbnails, especially here on YouTube, and trying to post 3 to 5 times a day, if not a week, on the short form platforms. But you're busy creating ephemeral content on platforms that can be bought, can shut you down without warning, or lose relevance in the blink of an eye. For all that content you create, honestly, the only thing that truly matters is that you build a relationship with your audience outside of those platforms on a foundation and in a communication channel that you own, aka your email list. And writing a book is an important step in building that foundation as a creator. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down 8 reasons why all content creators should write a book, even if your audience is small right now. I'm Denise Renee, your business book bestie. Here is my signature book, and these are some of my clients. I help professionals write books that make their business, career, or thought leadership brand visible. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome, bestie. Check the description box of this video for helpful links and resources. I've also dropped timestamps to help you navigate to the tip that you want to hear first. And while you're down there, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. So here's reason number 1 why I believe all content creators should be writing a book. You already have an audience, and it doesn't matter how big or how small. If you have 50 YouTube subscribers, you have an audience. If you have 300 people following you on Instagram, you have an audience. And as long as you've been creating content for at least 6 months or more, probably have created something that's worth putting in a book. It doesn't matter the size of your audience. I mean, for me, I'm barely over 500 people on YouTube. I completely ignore Instagram. I post and ghost on TikTok, but I am very active on LinkedIn. And I think I have like about 3,000 or so followers on LinkedIn. Even with a scattered audience, different platforms, I was still able to make a few $100s in my pre-sales for my upcoming book. Now, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about my book, head over to writeyourbook.tips for more information and to join the pre-order if you'd like. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't been pushing the pre-order because it's hard for me to be like in marketing mode when I'm still in writing and editing mode. So I've been pushing myself to just focus more on let's finish the book and then we will go ham with promotions and book sales once the book is done and available. Because I obviously have proven I still have way more people to tap into before I even max out my sales within my own personal community and within the small audiences that I have on the various platforms. So you do not need to have millions of followers in order to write a book and have it sell. You just need to put your ideas into a book, write it, self-publish it, and go ahead on and promote it and let your audience continue to grow in the process. So reason number 2 why I think that all creators should go ahead and write a book is because you already have the skill set needed to write a book. Because if you are already thinking and planning content and you've been disciplined to be somewhat regular, you have the skills that you need in order to think through, plan the content for an entire book, and have the discipline and consistency to go all the way through the manuscript writing process and the production process to make it available to the public. That very same muscle that you use to brainstorm, come up with hooks, think about your audience and what your audience wants to hear from you. Those are the same muscles and skills and tactics that you're going to use towards writing your book. For example, a recent editorial assessment client that I had let me know that the manuscript I was reading and reviewing for her was based on concept that she has been teaching in workshops and seminars and giving speeches on for years. She had content she already had available and had been tested with her audience so that she knew this is something worth putting into a book. So this is kind of a blend of reason number 1 and reason number 2. Got the audience and you have potential material already and you have the skill set of presenting your ideas. So let's just find one more format to put those ideas into. And for some people, it just might be a little bit of a mindset shift. You don't have to think about, ooh, I'm going to become an author. Honey, you already are an author. You just haven't hit publish on your biggest idea yet. But I can definitely respect the fact that Writing a book feels like a big deal, and it can be confusing to think of the different types of content that I've already produced. Which one should I put into a book? Should I put them all? Just some? Do I hold some things back? Do I share all of my secret sauce? So, if you're having a little bit of a challenge figuring out how to get started and what ideas to get started with, I walk you through a very doable 4 step process that I call 4 steps to start writing your book. I've made starting your first draft of your manuscript as easy as listening to a podcast and filling in the blanks in a workbook. Learn more at writingwithdenisrenee.com/4 steps to get my help with getting started writing your book today. I've dropped the link down in the description box for you. So let's get into reason number 3 why I think all content creators should write a book. It's because writing a book helps you deepen your relationship with your audience. Your book is an opportunity to go deeper, to show more of your mind, show more of your method, to show more of your personality, how you work, how you think, why you do what you do. When someone chooses to take the time to read your book or listen to your audiobook, they're choosing to spend a couple of hours with you. And in today's attention starved world, that is significant. Attention is currency, it's intimacy, it's influence. So make sure that what you write is not fluff. Make your book worth their time and money that they've spent. Because when somebody chooses to read your book, they're not just buying the book, they're buying you. Now, the fourth reason that I believe all content creators should be writing a book is because your audience is going to tell you what they want. So even if you have a small audience like I do, every comment, every DM, every casual conversation that you have in real life about the things that you talk about in your content, all of that is data. All of that is people telling you what it is that they want to hear about from you. So be sure that you're really listening. What do people say confuses them the most? What are the things that people are struggling with the most? What do people want to be inspired to do? Those are the things that you should be writing your book about. Now, if you're like, hey, Denise Renee, I don't have a large audience. Remember, I don't have a large audience either. I don't get a crap ton of comments on my videos. I don't always get people flooding my DMs, but every now and then they do. What I do get is when I'm talking to people in real life, whether there's someone that I know, a colleague, or they've reached out to me and they've gotten on my calendar because they've seen a video on YouTube or they saw a post on LinkedIn and we're having a conversation over Zoom, they'll say things based on content of mine that they've seen. They'll say, oh, yeah, because I saw you said in that video, da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, could you have left a comment? That would have been nice. But still, in all, those in person conversations are valuable and they let me know what people are concerned about. And guaranteed, even if I've only heard from 5 people in this month, if one person has that thought or has that question, more people likely have that same thought too. So those are the things that I make more content about. And I'm planning series of books for, and you should too. In fact, one of my past clients has 2 books on the market, and I helped with both of them. The second one is a children's book that is like flying off the shelves. She's constantly selling through on this book and selling in bulk because, baby, we love bulk sales around here. But the thing that makes this book sell so well and really resonate with the people who read it is because my client had been workshopping the story in real time with their target audience for years. They had been telling this story and making modifications as they got feedback from the audience. Their audience told them what they wanted to hear and they responded. And that's why the book is successful. So remember, you do not have to make figuring out what to write about a big deal. Just listen to your audience and give them what they want. Now, reason number 5 why I believe all content creators should write a book is because writing a book makes you seem like the expert you already are, because you already know. Just saying that you are the author of a book elevates you in people's minds. They automatically assume you are an authority on whatever it is that you wrote that book about. Sometimes people don't even have to read your book. Just being able to click on a link in your bio and see it listed on Amazon, see it listed on Apple Books, see it listed on Barnes and Nobles is enough to establish authority. But here's the key: you want to make sure that your book aligns with your content. So, for example, if you're known for beauty and lifestyle or personal branding, don't drop a random coloring book for kids or a 30-day meditation journal that has nothing to do with what you're known for. That book, while it might be a passion project and there's nothing wrong with that, it's not going to help people really associate you with your brand, with your business, with your topic, with your industry. So make sure everything is related. Establish your brand authority. You can work on passion projects later. And again, if you're unsure how to pick that right topic that is aligning with your personal brand, with your career brand, with your business brand, then tap into my resource, 4 Steps to Start Writing Your Book, because I will walk you through the process of picking the right topic that's going to make you look like the authority you already are. So, reason number 6 why I think all content creators should write a book is because writing a book is going to help you expand the reach of your brand far beyond social media. So, if your podcast is young, if your YouTube channel is new, or you haven't hit 500,000 followers on TikTok yet, a book can help you get there and beyond. Because again, as soon as you now have a book, you're not just some random person online. You are now an authority. And authority figures get booked on TV shows, get booked on radio programs, get booked on podcasts, are invited to be part of live streaming events, are invited to speak on stages, or you get to apply. And a lot of times, when you want to speak at a conference, they want to know, do you have a book? And leveraging these different platforms and leveraging these different media opportunities brings in the clients. It brings in the opportunities. I've literally had people get on my calendar at writingwithdeniserenee.com/let's talk, and they've cited, hey, I saw Denise Renee on XYZ podcast. Hey, I saw when Denise Renee gave a presentation at XYZ event. And this was before I published my book. Baby, I'm waiting for the explosion in 2026 once my book is finished and available. Okay. It's on air popping, as we used to say in New York. So a book is definitely that PR tool that keeps on working for you and keeps on speaking for you in rooms when you are not even there. And baby, algorithmic suppressions cannot keep a good book down. So, reason number 7 why I believe all content creators should go ahead and write their book is because you can revitalize and reuse past content. If you've been creating content for, like I said, 6 months or more, a year, 2 years, baby, you are sitting on a gold mine. Content on these platforms is ephemeral, with the exception of YouTube. With YouTube, once someone discovers you, it's very easy to go to your channel page and go all the way down, see all of the videos you've ever posted, and go down your rabbit hole. For the other types of social media platforms, people don't really do that kind of digging. I mean, sometimes they do, but for the most part, they don't. So, something that you said that was really important maybe a year or 2 years ago, maybe at the time you had a smaller audience, so the reach was minimal. Maybe only 30 people saw that live stream that you did. But the truths that you shared on it were so powerful. Just because it didn't perform well in the algorithm doesn't mean it was bad content. It just means it needed a different audience and possibly a different format. One of my clients here dipped into their catalog of content to create this book. They started with transcripts of older videos, compiled them, organized them, created a cohesive story, and they have their book. And it's very much in alignment with their brand, with their channel, and with the live events that they host. So, one of the great things about already being a content creator is that you don't have to start writing your book from scratch. You already have raw materials to work with. And then, reason number 8 why I believe all content creators should go ahead and write a book is because your book can be the cornerstone of new sources of income and impact. So, writing a book should be more than just a passion project. And once you've written it, you shouldn't just launch it and forget it. You need to keep promoting it. It's another way to allow your supporters to support you financially. It's a low cost way for people to continue supporting you. And it's a more meaningful way for your audience to support you. I mean, who wants just another mug or t shirt that can get lost in the sauce somewhere? They're not throwing away your book that easily. And beyond the initial sales of the book, if you play your cards right and create a book funnel, you can direct people off the pages of your book and into your business offers. Your book readers can become your coaching clients, your conference attendees, members of an ongoing community that you're setting up, and so much more. So think of your book as a seed, and you're going to plant it by writing it. But the roots can be many and they can go deep and grow a very strong and healthy brand, healthy sources of income, and your legacy. So, as I've said several times throughout this video, as a content creator, you have the raw materials that you need in order to write a book. But even though you may have the skills and you may have some content that you can use as a jumping off point, you don't want to approach writing a book as if it's creating content because it's not. So watch this video next to learn why content creators need to take a different approach to writing their books and learn the strategies that you can use so that you can write a successful book. Click on that video now, and I'll see you on the other side.